And welcome back, everybody. We are here to resolve this conflict of the behemoth-like creature, very much larger fish-like entity that has emerged from this very gem-like bubble that has been created from the blood and magic of the townspeople. All of you are now facing this enormous creature as it emerges from the water, waist still half covered in the deep ocean. But its body is still bigger than that of any building in this entire area.
Is it bigger than the lighthouse?
It's from waist in, it's about the exact same height as the lighthouse.
Oh,
Jeez.
I don't like it.
So I'm already 30 feet in the air. How much taller is it than me? Or is it about?
It would be about 10 more feet taller than you.
You're at like mouth level.
Oh, lovely.
So, we're going to do something a little interesting here.
Okay.
Instead of going into initiative,
No.
I would like all of you to take attention to your skills and what you are proficient in.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Everything.
Okay.
I am a god.
I would like you all to keep those in mind as you are going to be facing a few challenges.
Okay.
Is proficient the full black circle?
Yes.
Okay.
The half black is the jack of all trades.
So, all of you from the shoreline,
I'm under the water.
and Eli still stuck under the water.
Yep.
Eli, you are being pushed by a crushing waves that is now just being surged from this location,
Okay.
pushing you further to the edge of the docks.
Okay.
Aziraphale, as you are in the air, this gust of wind from the cracking and opening of this thunderous energy in the very gem-like structure has pushed you about 15 feet back. All of you see the bodies start to float up in the water that has submerged into the water of the village. And they all start to convulse and shake. Their greenish tint skin starts to slowly turn blue. Their wounds start to close up, and they start deforming more and more into these monstrosities of human shape.
Don't like it.
The creature looks down at the harbor as all of you. It starts to take its steps toward you. When a shadow passes across you, as a large piece of wood has just now been launched from behind you straight at this giant creature.
I'm so confused.
Alright, piece of wood. Okay.
I cannot see anything underneath the water.
Do I see what was it?
You turn around and you see the still lighthouse that was once having its arm down to let you all off, now has 5 of these creatures bowing down inside the little glass cage. And the lighthouse is walking straight towards this giant creature.
I think that's our cue to run! Fly!
Where's your
Godzilla!
Yes.
In me!
This is like the battle of two giants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
snap?
Seeing this
Pacific
happen,
Rim. This is Pacific Rim.
the creature that's Wooloo is now So the creature that Wooloo is now observing and quickly writing down is going, Dagon! Dagon is here! Their father is shown again. Oh, I have to sketch this down. I have to make his notes quick. Dagon starts to glow in a bluish green energy. The sky starts to darken and thunder. Lightning cracks in the air, hitting near the building right where Patches and Chakora was last.
Yeah.
The entire sky is now covered in storm. I would like all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Alrighty.
No. Dice is better tonight. It's okay. I got a 4.
Why is it when I'm in person, I roll
Alright.
bad? If I do it on the DD,
Everyone?
15.
15?
I got a 4.
4?
13.
14.
What was yours again?
4.
4? How about you that are on Wujin?
I got 25.
25. Tulah. Tulah and Tugal.
Tugal got a 17.
17. What up?
Tulah got 5.
Alright. So, Chakora and Tulah. You only take 2 points of damage. However,
Oh,
Okay.
the loud, thunderous crack of the lightning has now deafened you as the storm is raging on and the water begins to build up higher and higher.
Oh boy.
What would all of you like to do?
Run.
We were promised a boat
Yeah.
to leave here, but do we just leave back through the forest?
What happened to the unsinkable tube?
Yeah.
What is going on? Are these two
I
different
think so.
entities?
So Eli is gonna try to swim up to the surface.
Okay, give me a acrobatics or a athletics.
Acrobatics is what it will be.
All right.
11.
The waves kind of push you around. You're not going further into the sea, but you are still
Okay.
near the edge of the dock.
Okay. Can
So
I
you-
surface?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You are able to surface.
Alright. I will surface and then immediately summon Casman in giant owl form above me with my arms stretched out so that he can grab my arms
Okay.
and then fly with me.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm keeping. What are you
I
doing?
can't hear anything, so I'm just.
I see Chakora and I take out the horn of alarm
Okay.
and I blast that so telepathically she hears. She knows which direction it's coming from, and hopefully she looks at me and I'm like fly up, fly out.
Okay.
I don't know if flying's a great idea.
I'm probably going to take Tulah and head in the same direction as the rest of the group.
As I'm
We go.
flying up, can I see where Chakora is?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
There's currently a large storm going on. The wind has been picking up. The rain is starting to trickle down.
14.
14. You can see Chakora.
Okay. I'm going to shout to Chakora and say, Chakora, use the wand! The wand!
You cannot hear
Pick
this.
a boat!
Yeah. Do you have telepathic abilities?
I'm shouting at the moment because
Yeah.
Can
I'm
I
probably too
hear
far
him
away.
shouting?
Yeah.
Give me a perception, quick.
16.
16? Alright, you can hear.
I hear him, and then I'll start pointing Chakora at a boat and like tap my wand.
Whoa! Do what I do best.
Okay.
Alright. We
Alright.
gotta make like charades, you know? You
Yeah.
gotta be like,
Tulah, Tugal, and Wujin. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna accept going to the bridge.
Which boat looks
Sorry, I can't hear him.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna hang around by Tulah, who just got struck by lightning, and I'm gonna try and guide her to where the rest of the group is.
Wujin said that he wanted to head towards a boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Might
boat
all
looks
of
the
us
best?
were- guys-
Which boat? Well, I'll get this. Right now, there was a small little rowboat that was besides this creature when it emerged, but that has been currently crushed within the waves of his arrival.
Yay.
You can still see the Unsinkable 2 in this a little bit further, and this giant ship that is much larger.
I'll fly towards that ship.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna put my spells back, but to be honest, I still have
And then when I get there, I'll point the horn of silent alarm at the people on the beach, and I'll just keep blowing it so they see which direction.
Okay. At this point,
Wait, are me and Phil still near each other?
yes.
Are we still high?
You're in pretty good control of yourself of it, but
Phil is
Philip is not.
Okay. I'm just like, Phil.
Yeah.
Phil, we gotta get going, man.
Oh.
I'm
It's so pretty.
I know, but
Look at all the colors.
everyone's running.
Sounds exhausting.
Is
They're not wrong.
so I flew up
Mhm.
to try to get outside of the reach of this creature,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to spot where Philip and Omaceran are. I'm just trying to see where other people are headed.
Is anybody headed towards me yet?
Is anyone headed towards him?
I am.
No, I'm
Yes.
just standing there arguing with
Yes,
Phil.
and I blew the horn, and it's like a telepathic, so even though you're deaf, you
Can
can
you turn up, go Discord and turn up Wujin's volume because I can barely hear him.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, I can barely. Discord down. There you go. But
I am on both
Right there.
headphone mics, but I'm using the laptop mics on here.
There you go.
okay, that's a bit better. That's better.
Okay. So is it clear to see, even though there's these creatures, I'm just trying to find and spot people out.
It is suddenly becoming quickly dark,
Okay.
and rain is starting to fall from the sky.
Okay, so do I see Aziraphale and Chakora heading towards another boat?
I will light the Everlight torch
And yes,
so that you see a torch circling
Okay.
a boat in the
at
sky.
this point, the lighthouse is now charging directly at the creature.
Yes.
It's the boat.
Is the where's the boat in relative to this?
Exactly.
It is behind the creature.
Okay.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay,
so
something
it's
just happened. Your audio
very
quality just
bad.
dropped badly.
Yeah.
If you turned up the game, don't do that again. Oh!
Oh,
That's
goodness.
so bad.
Yeah,
What
that's
have you changed? I didn't like it.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's better.
Good.
That was-
I'm used to making it to make it home.
Oh, you're peeking the mic again.
It's okay.
That's okay. Alright. You watch as Aziraphale and Chakora. I would like you to give me acrobat or a dexterity saving throw.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's fine.
What's your dex?
Is that, no, what is this?
Your dex save is plus
We
3.
got an 11.
I got a 10.
Hey, I beat you.
As you are rushing towards the boat,
Okay.
crossing onto the docks. Towards the docks.
Yeah.
The
I mean, I was
creature-
flying.
Yeah, you were behind it, going straight towards it.
Okay.
This Dagon has now been pushed back, crashing into the docks. You two both get bumped into it and fall into the water.
No! Do I see him fall in the water?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, that's...
Keep in mind, you can choose look at your skills. Anything that you are proficient in, you can try using to progress this challenge.
Okay.
I mean, oh.
My hammer.
Oops.
Let me see what we got. Skills. None of mine are gonna help me whatsoever.
It has to have a black dot, even if like I
It just
have-
helps if it has a black dot.
But I
That
have-
just means you have a better chance of rolling
I
high.
have like a +5 in like animal handling, but that's not a black dot.
Whatever you think might be able to help, you can think of creative use for it. And that goes for you, Wujin, Tugal, and Tulah. Do you have any proficiencies in something you think might be able to help in your situations?
To help.
Right now it's between
For
bugs.
what? What do you insight?
What's inside?
Insight is just looking into somebody's intentions. Really? Yeah, you like don't.
Okay, so I really want to pick up Omaceran and Phil.
Okay.
I'll drop them because I'm carrying Phil right now.
You dropped them earlier to go run ahead.
No, I only dropped Misron.
I think this is
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then yeah.
So then I'm gonna try to pick up Omaceran.
Okay.
So I'm going to unsummon Casman, drop a few feet, and then resummon him right below me. So now I'm riding him, and then I will attempt to use stealth to swoop in and grab Omaceran with Casman.
All right. Give me a roll.
And I'm gonna get back above the water.
Okay.
Is the boat still alive?
You've looked back, and the boat is half crushed into itself
What about
as
the
a giant
unsinkable?
creature. The Unsinkable 2, now being severed from the dock, is starting to slowly drift out into the water.
No.
Okay, it was a 23.
All right. You have successfully grabbed them.
Okay, I grab Omaceran and head over towards the Unsinkable 2.
I guess we're going to the. I'll look at Chakora. Like, I guess we're going to the unsinkable too.
All right.
And we will get. And once we're above the water, we'll get up and fly away.
At this point, you hear a voice. Those who are on the shore, or at least on the docks area, can hear a voice of Patches. I wouldn't go in the water if I were you. It's about to get very bad. Retreat!
What else
Retreat
are we
into the town,
supposed to do?
please. We just need to buy some time.
Do I see where Patches is?
Patches is currently on top of the roof of the building where you were dropped off by the lighthouse.
I'll look at Chakora. Do you want to head to that?
Where's the bird flying? Cat.
The bird was flying towards
You wanna
the
head towards
Unsinkable
Patches,
2,
the
so
cat?
it kind of picks you up
So
and then
towards
turns
the water?
towards the water.
Towards
yeah.
the water.
I'm asking
How
if you wanna
is
head towards the
Casman
cat.
holding Omaceran?
By the shoulders.
Okay, I'm
Oh.
totally gonna try and wiggle free because I think we're going in the wrong direction.
You gotta do shreds.
I'll like look at Chakora because I was like yelling at her again, but she can't hear me.
Wait!
And then I'll start flying towards Patches.
Okay.
I'll fly towards Patches.
I'll turn around as well.
Okay.
I'll turn
Yeah,
Casman around.
Tugal and Tulah will start heading towards town.
Same.
Sounds like a plan.
As you're starting to run, rain starts to drop. But it smells strange. This is not the fresh, clean water air that you were accustomed to. It starts to sting your nose just from the mere smell.
Are we allowed to use another skill?
You are.
Okay. As I'm flying back, do I see? Is Dagon and the lighthouse duking it out?
They are currently in pretty much a big monster fight.
Okay.
This is kaiju level monster fight happening here.
Okay. As I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and use Yogg Sothery, and I will say, Merhabs, Merhabs, Merhabs.
Give me a roll.
$23.
From right behind you, on your own familiar.
Uh huh.
Ah, this feels very nice.
Can I hear
I
this?
do not like this. I was just going to say, there's your entertainment.
It seems really fun up here.
Have we gotten to the?
I would suggest you get to cover quickly. This rain is about to get very singy.
I don't like the sound of that.
I don't either.
As you are
Does he
all-
stay there?
Yes, he's staring there.
Okay. All right. I'll let you do what else, but I have another question.
As you are watching these two behemoth creatures fighting it out, Dagon, out of the water, a giant, enormous tail, about the length of two full-on cargo ships, comes and starts to swipe across the dock, through all of it, and heading straight to the shore. What are you all doing?
I think you're heading
Going up?
straight towards, going up, trying to get to the middle of town, I guess.
Fly to the middle.
Tulah,
of town.
Tugal, Wujin, you are currently on the shoreline. What are you going to do?
Oh, I was running into the town. I'm running away from the shore.
Okay.
Yeah, I was running to the middle of town too.
Then both of you either give me a athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
14 for me.
And also roll for Tulah.
Yep. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus.
34.
34?
34?
Yes.
15 for
34.
Tugal, 9 for
How
Tulah.
do you get a 34?
Tugal and Wujin, you both see as Tulah is trying to keep up with you two,
That's a crazy number.
starts to lose her footing as the earth
Yeah.
keeps shaking with every step it hits these two gigantic creatures are making, and she falls over for a
I think
moment.
it's a plus 10.
That'd only be a 30.
Yeah.
Don't rip the belt thing.
Is there anything you would like to do?
I'm gonna pick Tulah back up
expertise.
as much as I
He
can,
has proficiency.
and then
He has a
we'll
plus 14,
continue
but
running
that's
to the
with
middle of town after that.
Alright. What skill did you do before? Was it acrobatics or athletics?
For me, I did acrobatics.
Alright, I want you to give me an athletics check now.
16.
Alright, so you successfully hold her up and keep moving along. Trying to keep up with your pace with Wujin, but Wujin is steaming along like a train, not going to stop.
Wait, are you still holding Phil?
Yeah.
That was fine.
Yep.
I'm on
You have
Phil.
all of you, Tulah and Tugal, as you're running into the city, you hear a loud crash of stone and wood as behind you the tail has swept and destroyed every building along the edge of this coast.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's gonna be a town after this.
I'm glad I ran out of there.
I don't think so either. This town has been reduced to rubble.
What did Patches
The
do?
town map up and down.
Patches seems to reappear onto the rooftop of this town further, well, not town, on top of the rooftop inside of the city a little bit further,
Okay.
watching all this happen.
I fly to him. You keep asking us to wait.
I just need
Well,
someone to
we're running
help.
out of buildings.
Yes, I just need someone to help me a little bit longer just to stay alive until my backup shows up.
What do you need help doing?
Your backup kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
There,
Are they like the backups of the backups? Is this the
this is
CP
a very
that
last
you-
minute.
you-
Usually we're more prepared than this. This is a very in the moment situation. This is something no one was prepared for.
That's not what I want to hear from my rescue team.
Well, Aziraphale, they are the cleanup crew, so
They can't. They keep work for themselves, I suppose. Now, Patches, what do you need us to do?
Yeah. I need just distractions. If you can try keeping the creatures within the shoreline without making them go too far into the ocean, that's all I need. Just don't let them go underwater.
What is Mare
Don't let
Hobbs
who
doing?
go underwater.
Mayor Hobbs is just enjoying his kind of arms open.
Yes. I'm gonna use another skill
Alright,
on Mare Hobbs.
what are you going to do?
I gotta pull it up. I need to see if I'm proficient. Yes.
I'm just gonna say, fine. I'll try and make a distraction, and I'm gonna swing wide, like at least 30 feet outside of his tail range.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna swing out towards the sea with my horn of alarm. Silent alarm. I think I only have like one charge left for it. You can do your thing. I haven't gotten there yet.
Or should I telepath?
I'm going to drop a Omaceran.
Oh,
How high up are
my
you?
plan is
Not drop, but
Okay.
like set her down.
I'm just
100 feet in the air.
Please don't.
I'm gonna set her down on a rooftop, probably next to Patches.
Okay,
Is the best spot.
good to see you.
Hi.
And
Oh no.
Mayor Hobbs, do you think you can cause some sort of distraction of these creatures if I play my wonderful, beautiful violin? I could give them some musical entertainment, and you can show them how much of a good stage performer you are.
No? I think there's a certain song you know. Play that for me.
Tell me who the lookers of the shadow are, and I will play your song.
Play the song. And you may live to see another day.
I do not like you,
Oh,
but I will go play my song.
you
As
will.
I shoot to fly out, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace by myself and be as stealthy as I can while flying around them,
Give me a roll.
staying to the darker parts of the shadows.
And I'm gonna fly up,
Plus 10.
like, I don't know, 80 feet or so.
Okay.
And then
22.
I'm gonna dismiss Casman with Mayor Hobbs on its back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna plummet. And then resummon.
Mayor Hobbs just slowly floats down.
I hate you.
Wait, how close is Mare Hobbs to me then?
Mayor Hobbs is farther away because you got dropped off in the
I have
city.
no idea where I'm at.
Nope.
But I'm just going to skip across
Play the song and I'll help.
Fine, I will play the song. I'll go ahead and use performance to play Bane Virtuoso's violin.
Alright.
So I don't even know what song I'm gonna play.
You don't know?
I don't have the spell slot for it though.
Still a song.
Oh, okay, fine. Then I will play. I can't do it in violin, but
Roll for performance.
that is a. What is that? 24.
Very nice. And let me bring this up because I wait. I can bring it up. I didn't have
I can only whistle that now. I don't even know how to emulate it in any other instrument.
I can
Don't
get
think you're supposed to. Don't think you're supposed to.
I feel like it would lose all its coolness if you like played it on any instrument.
Yeah, because you're supposed to like imagine yourself like get the walk.
Yep.
Plus what to hit? Okay.
What is happening?
You see, as this fight goes on between the lighthouse and Dagon, starts to get further and further into the water. Yellow, enormous tentacles start to rupture from the seabed, wrapping around Dagon and the lighthouse, holding its arms and legs back and restraining them back. As he's slowly falling, he bows and disappears into a yellow mist.
Just think the gods. I detest that person.
Alright.
So I'm probably close to getting where I wanted to be now, and I'm watching this. So I'm closer to the sea than I am to the shoreline. So I'm probably like more lined up with whatever yellow tentacles came.
Mm-hmm.
I think I pull out my Enigma Codex,
Okay.
and I just sit there, thinking of a question to ask it. I put it back in my bag because I have no idea what I'm going to ask it.
Okay, so I have an idea.
Okay.
And I looked it up, but of course it's up to you. How big can a spiritual weapon be?
Spiritual weapon, I believe, is restricted to a certain size.
I think it can only be up to like a medium sized creature.
Yeah, so it's average.
Super
up
spiritual
to
weapon.
7. I think 7's the tallest medium. 7 feet.
7 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
So sad.
Do I
Alright.
do I see anything inside the seaweed creature, or is it just a big ball of seaweed?
No, the creatures are not covered in seaweed.
Oh, it's just actual fish.
This is just full on, very
Kaiju.
derp. Like the are you saying like the fish? Which fish?
The one that's being held right now.
I mean that's. Oh, you mean Dagon?
Yeah.
Dagon is, as you're looking at him, give me either an insight or a perception.
Definitely gonna be perception.
Okay.
17.
17?
These dice were fun.
Right, I almost forgot the question now.
Well, I was gonna.
Like what is it exactly you're going to do?
I was just looking because I forgot it was an actual fish, so what I wanted to do doesn't matter anymore. So.
But you do see that this creature has almost a reptilian-like jaw, extreme jagged teeth, and as it flexes its back, trying to remove itself from these restraints, you see underneath, almost kind of like how somebody sucks in their stomach, you see the ribs form. You see an outline of almost a shell underneath its own scales.
I pull out my Enigma Codex. And alright. And I'll take my damage, which is an E4. 2. Okay. And I will ask the Codex, is that where I aim?
Avoid that spot.
Okay. Damn. And I'll put my bow down. Book away. I don't know what to do.
You get the sense from your roll that seems to be its highestly armored area. And as you are outside and the rain starts to pour, your skin starts to feel the drops. And what should have feel cool is a sizzling burn. As you are realizing this is not water, this is acid.
Well, I'm stuck on a roof.
Everyone who is currently outside, not under cover, take 2 damage of acid.
What if you're in the water?
Okay.
You're in the water?
I guess so.
Yeah, you got out of the
You
water.
got out of the
I
water.
did?
Yeah, we followed. We got to the. We're following. You're still with the cat.
Mm-hmm.
What?
to Damage.
Is there an easy way down off of this roof?
Jump? Climb?
Does
I'm a
it-
cat. I can usually just land. As you see, just like tumbles over, going from the back, quickly flips right back onto their feet.
Is this creature holding back the lighthouse, or is the lighthouse getting to just pummel on Dagon?
They are both being restrained by these enormous yellow tentacles.
Does it look like they're being, like they're trying to break out of him?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And
I'll send a message to Patches. How much longer do we have to wait?
it should only be a minute now.
Not sure if we have that long.
As you see, the lighthouse is trying to push forward, but is being restrained back. Dagon is pulling and gets one of its arms out of the hold, and is starting to try reaching out for the other one to unravel the tentacles from its arm. As it's doing this, it starts to roar in this enormous, piercing sound as just this green kind of breath just starts to spew out across the entire area.
Is it coming towards the shore?
There is a wind that is starting to push it in that way, but
Okay.
it is currently still on the sea level, moving its way towards you.
Do I see Aziraphale in front of me? Or like closer to the shore? Is he closer to the shore at this
He
point?
flew up close to it to see the...
Not close.
Not
I'm out
closer,
of range
like,
of that
okay,
tail.
Yes, you are.
Alright. I'm gonna look around and try to find some sort of cover for everybody to
Alright.
get to.
There is still, I'll give this as pretty simple. There are still a few buildings out on the coast. There's still Mayor Hobbs's building. There's the inn. The whale is still there. Chip-faced Inn is still intact. But all the buildings leading up to it are currently in rubble.
Okay, I think I remember that Mayor Hobbs' building was farthest away from the shore. So I'll try to send a message to every single person in vicinity and say, head to Mayor Hobbs' office, northeast of the town.
I will
What's
fly
it
there.
Wulu is just
Wonder.
in a
Tugal
furious
and Tulah will
state,
head over.
writing and drawing everything that is happening. It almost seems as if he's unaware of anything that's going around him. For some reason, you look to where Wulu was, and part of the building that he was beside is still intact, just the wall beside him. But he's still there, writing and drawing everything that's going on. Yes, more. I need to know everything. How does it work? How do you tick?
Heading over to Mayor Hobbs.
All right.
We're all flying that way.
Oh, go to Mayor Hobbs.
I'll pick up whoever I can
I
on the
was
way.
gonna say that.
All right.
Are you following to Mayor Hobbs?
So all of you are trying to dash as quickly as you can over there?
Yep.
I'll pick up somebody.
Yep.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'm just going to put this down. As all of you are rushing over to Mayor's Hobbs building, to the mayor's quarters, you're watching as this fury of acid, water, and light are going at each other. Both creatures have now started to release parts of themselves from the tentacles. As all of you enter into the building, you see the gray storm clouds above you start to turn purple. And where the center part of the storm is above Dagon, a second one starts to spin as this purple gets larger and larger. You watch as 100 creatures dressed in all black, covered from head to toe in different weapons, armor, very sleek material that does not look like anything you have come across before, are gathering around them. And you just see a light from each little dot as they are now flying, they are now encircling around these two monstrosities. And a line starts to connect from all of them, from one to the other, to the other, to the other, in a perfect circle. As chains shoot out from each point of the circle and wrap them in and start to drag them up. You hear Patches go, "That's what I was waiting for."
Glad you let half the town get destroyed.
I mean, they were already dead.
This is also fair.
What happened?
Yeah, but
Where are you taking them?
They are going to be secured in a location that is not to be disclosed of, where they will hopefully never see the light of day again.
Oh, okay, I'm good with that.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Very interesting.
I'm ready to go back to
Does the
our
acid
ship.
water stop?
It's been a long.
Does the acid water stop?
The storm goes on for a little bit longer, but as you are waiting inside Mayor's Hobbs' building, Patches looks over at Eli and the rest of you. I am very grateful for what you've done.
Not sure what we did except bring you a scary giant.
You brought us the attention of something that was not of known. And do you know what happened? What was the lighthouse? Why was it moving?
I think whatever these creatures were, they prayed to it and made it move. And alive.
I think I feel like it's possible that they weren't sure they wanted to be followers of Dagon, so they may have made the lighthouse to battle him, but that was a terrible idea as well.
Yeah, I agree.
That is an interesting theory.
Maybe
Where are
these
these
creatures.
creatures?
Maybe we could call these creatures the God Makers.
I don't know if I want to give them that much credit.
I will bring that idea to my superiors. They would actually be very fond of that.
You can credit Eli Blythe.
Co-signed by Aziraphale.
You seem very,
But Eli first.
you seem very undisturbed by these.
And don't
Appearances.
shorten my name. Full names only.
You can call him Azzy.
Azzy?
That might be acceptable.
What else is there?
Aziraphale.
Yes. What else shortened would it be?
Oh, no shorter.
No?
Hell.
Fel?
Failed?
Yes, I wouldn't want to put you under the failure.
I would appreciate
My name first.
If you're ever looking for a work though, we do have a place for your skills. There's always a reward in it.
What kind of reward are you talking about?
That's
Red Orb.
which kind?
I don't know.
I mean, we do collect some here and there that seem to have.
Red Orb.
They don't seem to have much importance though, but we do keep them locked up just in case. If you have any idea what they do, our research team could really use some insight.
Maybe I will take you up on this.
Nice.
Right. So now what? I need to take a nap, to be honest.
Well,
I've been up for like an entire day.
I'm sure they don't want me gone for very long. I have to give the paperwork.
So what, do I just say your name 3 times and you'll show up too?
Well, I will get a
Oh, that
notification.
paperwork sounds appalling.
I will get a notification.
Okay.
I may be disposed with work, but I can maybe send somebody to help you, to get you over it.
Mess around.
But in the
Sounds
meantime,
reasonable.
I really do need to go before I get yelled at again. So, thank you. I will see you again.
Alright.
And
Same. Cheers.
goodbye.
Alright, so are we still stuck here?
I mean, I guess unless you can find your way
Is there
back.
there's still fog in the forest? Like, is the forest?
Oh, no,
safe?
I probably will not
Down
recommend
rainbow
going
path.
through the forest
I
again.
do not think the forest is a good idea.
Yeah,
Miss
no,
Ron's
no,
just
we're
gonna be
not going
sitting
to-
there and it's gonna be like,
Is
patches,
the unsingable ship
patches,
still intact?
patches,
I would hope so.
Somebody-
I was gonna say, half this town is destroyed. There's a chance that we could
Oh,
use a
maybe
lot
you
of
could
this
use
stuff to
that
repair the
big
boat, but
I was
only
gonna
if
say
the
that.
path
Mayor
through the
Hobbs.
forest is safe.
Whoever's proficient in perception,
I have a +9. Does anybody have higher?
anyone
Five.
anyone who's proficient in perception can all give me a roll.
Cool.
I only
Sweet.
have a
Hey.
+5.
Is there a black dot next to it?
No.
You still got more than I do.
Tugal got a 21, Tulah got a 23.
I got a 20.
You're a plus
23.
three, that's it.
17.
All right.
Yeah, I'm out of the question. I only got 9.
So you start to hear a door click and open from right behind you inside of this building, where you will recognize this is the door to Mayor Hobbs' office.
I go inside.
Eldritch Blast. Ready.
I open
Are you
the-
all-
I
are you
open
all
the door
going
to Mayor
in?
Hobbs' room, yeah.
No, I'm standing there just saying patches.
I'll
all the
look.
time.
I'll look with
Patches.
Aziraphale.
Just patches, patches.
I'll be your
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
just stick back with Tulah for now.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'll still
I go inside.
Okay.
I put my arm with
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast over Aziraphale's shoulder.
Let's try this.
I would say I could possibly join whoever did.
Give me a wisdom saving.
Me?
Yeah,
Just me?
just you.
A wisdom save.
Yep.
Okay. 13.
As you're pointing your Eldritch Blast as you walk through the door,
Uh-huh.
you blink for a moment, and you're just turned around to the wrong direction.
Are you
And
saying
everyone else, as you walk into the room, you see Mayor Hobbs sitting on his desk. There's a square box to the side with this metallic tube that widens at the end, playing some lovely music.
What are you doing here again?
Well, you gave me quite a show. I love the song you played.
It is quite lovely, isn't it?
I'll sit
I
down.
heard it.
I'll sit down, and wherever there is, or I'll walk up to his desk. Alright, I need to get something off my chest right now. You don't need the Ethereum I gave you.
Well, all the theorem was currently on Miss Hastings' body.
Why?
She was the one who took it. If you would like to go into the ocean right now during this storm, I would have suggested, but you may go retrieve it.
It could be quite fun.
Wait, wasn't that the curse?
No, it's Electrum.
Like Electrum.
Right, right, right.
So, Mayor Hobbs, I played the song for you. Now I'm just curious. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who the lurkers in the shadows are? I've been looking for them for quite some time.
They are a funny group. They believe that everything will come to an end. They took something from you.
They did. Don't give me that smile.
Oh, but it's what drives you, doesn't it? You can't help but think of it.
I think of it every moment of every day.
Good. Let it drive you to madness.
Hide behind Phil.
Phil did not walk into the room. He's just still kind of in the lobby, just kind of looking out the window.
Oh, then I'm totally chilling with Phil.
Am I still deaf, or did that wear off?
The deafness at this point would have worn off. As you waited inside the lobby, your hearing started slowly gather back together.
Okay.
Well, what else do you want, Merhogs? We're kind of tired.
I know, and this is why I'm here. I've come to give you gifts.
Oh,
Did I hear presents?
gifts. Are you sure we want to get gifts from you?
I would prefer to
I'm
just
sure
return
this is
home.
something that you do not want to miss. He hands you a satch with 3 spherical objects inside.
No. Look inside the satchel.
There's 3 of the orbs that you're looking for.
I will put them into my bag of holding.
I have much more of that if you would like to work with me in the future.
Everybody's giving you jobs.
I know. I feel like I'm so popular right now.
All of you do look fairly worn and tired. Can you bring your allies in?
Sure. Tugal, Tulah, Wungon, come in here.
I
Drifter,
was already in there.
Okay.
Omaceran,
What?
One, two,
you need to come in here and get the blessings of Mayor Hops.
I was already.
Blessing?
Is that something we want?
I don't know. Do you want it?
I like presents, so I skip everything.
Personally, I
Chakora
want
and I
to
will,
stay
once we're in there and waiting for everybody to come in, we'll both walk up to the music player, and it's got the big bell, right, like in
Yes.
1940s.
Yeah.
I'll like look at it, and I'll poke my beak into the bell, and then I'll take it out. Yeah, try it. It's good.
Sounds good.
It's like vibrating my face. Feels great. You should try it.
Can I use thaumaturgy to amplify the music?
Oh, absolutely.
Wait, what music are we hearing?
You are hearing some, as Aziraphale kind of mentioned, this is very 1940s,
Nice.
kind of relaxing jazz.
Is it the elevator music?
Aziraphale puts his head inside one more time and like shakes his little.
He just kind of gives a little twirl, and the disc that is there, the record, suddenly gets replaced, and it does become the music. It felt like your taste wasn't being met.
I start dancing with Phil.
Alright.
All right, as all of you step into his office, he looks at all of you. It seems to be of a long day. Let me just give you a little bit of pep. As he takes his hand and blows this powder that starts to come across all of you. Are you? Yeah, even when you trying to cover your
I'm
mouth.
not trying to cover my. Aziraphale's not trying to cover his mouth.
Oh
I
gosh.
think my mom told me to
Suddenly-
stay away from.
Whoa! All of you have taken the effects of a long rest.
Oh man.
That's cool.
I
Goodness
can
gracious.
see why people get addicted to this stuff.
Oh my gosh. For a long, I'm just looking on D&D Beyond of all the stuff I get at a long rest. I have so much stuff I get back. Oh my gosh.
I also have,
Aziraphale takes his head out of the bell. Woo! Woohoo!
I feel like I could do this all day again.
I feel like I can keep going.
Yeah, I feel like I still want to go back to the boat.
I can grant 3 of you additional gift. And all of you who have lost a wisdom score have gained it back.
Oh, that's me.
Yay.
So I believe Wujin, you lost a wisdom score. I know Eli lost a wisdom
Yeah.
score. You have all gained your wisdom back.
Am I still high?
You are no longer high.
You haven't been high for
As, as the effects wear off and Philip is there, he goes from a happy to a solemn, sad What has happened?
It is okay, Drifter.
My life is gone.
Well, it wasn't really that great.
Maybe we could go check on your unsinkable too. If
Said
it is still there, then that means your life is not over. But if it is not, then you can start a new life somewhere else.
I was going to say your life might be over because we can't carry you, but that's a much better situation to be in.
Mr. Ron told me to be nicer, so I was trying.
You did very well, actually. I'm impressed.
Assuming you are not part of their group, I will give one of these gifts to you.
What?
However, I would like you to choose 2 more people.
Me.
Well, I guess we didn't really get to choose that one.
Anyone, I would suggest somebody who might enjoy going further into madness.
Not me.
Aziraphale looks at his book and looks at everybody else.
I think you're well on your way with that one, my friend.
I think I am well on my way as well.
Chakora!
The most unexpected one.
Wujin, Tulah, Tugal, did you hear what I said?
Yeah,
Okay.
we caught it.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I guess nobody's taking it. Go for it.
Does anyone else want to take one of these gifts? We so far have Eli, Chakora. Anyone else would like to take one?
Omaceran took one.
I
don't
don't,
have to
I don't
take one.
really
I don't
want a
want it.
gift. I don't
I
really
guess-
need one.
2
You already got
take one?
orbs.
I've got plenty. I'll check
She
my
seems
compass.
like she'd be more interested than Tugal.
It's
to get
pointing
one.
at him.
I hate this dude.
That's sweet.
Sorry, what was that, Tugal?
I was saying maybe Tulah will take one. She seems like she'd probably be more interested in something like that than Tugal would be right now.
I want to know what it is. I don't know anything else.
Oh, see, that's not how life works. You don't always get to know what's coming.
For the chaos?
For the chaos.
For the chaos.
Already there.
You can do it. You're already crazy. Anyway,
You're not wrong.
it'll just further the chaos that is already boiling up inside of you.
I think it's the best part of it.
Okay. So,
I have no idea who's doing it.
I mean, yeah. Being that Jen is not here, I won't force this on her yet. I won't force this on her. So, you 3, come closer.
Fine.
Now, he brings out 3 silver keys. Now, this is going to be in place. Would you rather have it be seen or not seen?
Say that one more
Are
time.
they individually? Like we can choose?
Essentially, this is going, as he will kind of pull down his chest, and you'll see a tattoo that is the exact same shape of the silver key.
Themes.
So we have to unlock your heart to get the treasure.
Someone's been lonely too long in Aziraphale just looks effective after he says that.
These you might call a key to dreams.
I haven't been liking my dreams lately.
This might answer it for you.
I always love my dreams. I mean, they're not always the best dreams, but I always get something from them.
Sure.
I have an orb for you
Dreams
that
have
you
a
would
purpose.
love.
All right.
Fine, I'll take mine first.
Where would you like it?
Oh.
Where would you like the tattoo?
Oh.
It's like a
Key, right?
Where would I love my Okay, I'm sorry.
Where do you want it? Alright, bud, where you want it?
I don't know. You summoned a bunch of tentacles. I was a little bit concerned.
I want like a giant key
I don't know. Eli's like,
down
I've been loving my
spine,
dreams.
kind of-
Where do you want it? Oh god! Now my dreams are a big giant yellow tentacles.
Yes.
my god.
What shape is the tattoo going to be?
Well, these are very magical, so if you would like to change the form, they're currently a very simple key, but you can change it to whatever shape you like.
Oh,
I'll put the
definitely
key is
really
still-
elaborate.
I'll put
They
it
will
on my.
take form of your dreams and heart.
My fist.
All right. He takes the key, almost like almost like putting it into a lock. It starts to just meld with your skin. It goes into this gray circle, well, a silver circle, and forms into the shape of the key.
Where'd you put it?
I put it right here on my right hand.
And for you too?
I have feathers. How does that work out?
It's like a teardrop.
It can be whatever you like. If you like, maybe you can even start staining the color of your feathers, or maybe it's just underneath.
I guess I have like bare skin on my hands and feet and all that good stuff. I think I'll have it in my left, like right here. And can I have like the key have like a crescent moon on the like hilt, I guess?
That is for you to decide.
Cool. I'll do that.
You take out your hand.
Yep. I take it out.
He takes the key and just starts melding, like with Eli, into the form of the circle, and it's shaping out into the key. And how about you?
Your forehead.
Right along the spine.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You turn around and he just takes the key and
You
just
went from
smelts it in.
drug addict to getting tattoos the next day.
I thought for sure you would put it on your forehead.
No.
Can you cover that up when you change form?
Give it a try.
Change into something.
Her skin just grows over it.
Does it?
You feel something very, very like tough and rigid, but it does cover it up. However, you can still feel it.
I can feel it.
You can feel it, although you don't see it.
That's
Alright.
weird.
Interesting.
Well, how are they going to get back to their boat?
Yes.
They still need.
I
Where do you guys
believe
have
you
the
may have, one of you may have encountered a way through already on your way in. You. Of course you get the gift. Look into the forest.
What?
Let your mind empty
Okay.
That's not
and
hard.
follow its call. One last message before I go. And it's a warning. Keep up the power for what you seek. Keep up the madness of every week. And if you find that you will fall, just know inside you've doomed them all. When an eclipse has ended, a mist will fade. When the idiot has ascended, your debts will be paid. Keep up the power for which you seek. Keep up the madness of every week. And as his final words of it escape, you see this yellow mist come out of this body,
Is he peeing at
and
it?
all the yellow that was in his suit starts to fade into a white. The brown turns into a deep red, and the skin goes from a healthy glow to a sunken corpse and falls limp into the chair.
Gross.
I think we're done here.
I think so, but I do have an idea.
Yes.
Aren't you interested in who this corpse is?
I think that's the
Sure.
original Mayor Haas.
Because I still have the book I could speak with dead.
Do it!
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sure.
Yes. Sure.
I'll go ahead and cast Speak with Dead on the corpse.
You gather out the pamphlet.
Mm-hmm.
You start to read its words. You start to feel an energy come from the body. But instead, a vision comes to your eyes. Hello, son. It is not the body that you were looking at in front of you.
Oh, Dad? Speak with Dad. You're alive?
Speak with Dad, not dead.
In a way.
Poppy?
Can we hear
I've
it?
been trying to find why you were killed.
Death is not the end, my son. Live your life.
I will try my best.
As you say this, the vision goes away.
I'm just gonna sit.
We didn't hear any of that, right?
Tears in my eyes.
You okay?
Group hug.
Who was it?
I saw my father.
That's your dad's body.
No. I don't think that was my dad's body, but I saw my father.
Looking at the pamphlets, you will be able to discern now that this is not Speak with Dead, but Speak with Dad.
That's great.
Just let me collect my thoughts. And
I'm almost tempted to try that out.
How's Phil?
Wait, that means my dad's still alive.
Phil is looking out the window towards the ocean, kind of hand across the dripping, like with the rain dripping down across it. In the reflection, it's like going across his face, and there's like one that's not rain, it's just the actual tear.
Go give Philip. I want to talk to my dad.
I want
Why'd you waste
the
the spell on you?
I'll collect my thoughts and then I'll ask everyone. So, where are you all headed?
I guess we're going back through the forest.
The dance. We don't have the option for a boat.
I mean, do you want to go
I
back
thought he
outside?
literally just said we're going through the forest.
I think he said you have to go back to the forest.
Okay.
I thought
we have to
he
get
just
supplies
instilled a
for
ton
the
of
boat?
confidence in you. Why are you looking like
Yeah,
that?
don't we need to get supplies for the boat? Wasn't
What?
that part of the
No!
deal?
The dancing
That's the
delight.
whole point.
Your boat, the dancing delight, right?
We already forgot.
Yeah, somebody give me a history. Yeah, I'm not even going to have you roll. Just as we were going to try hurrying this up. You do recall that Mayor Hobbs was telling you to walk into the forest. Actually, Chakora, you give me a history check.
Okay.
And to empty your mind.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh, right.
It already happened. 10.
That was just enough.
Yay.
As you're recalling this in your mind, you remember your own mind going empty.
Okay.
And a vision of a tree that was both close and far, no matter how far you reached out.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, it was the opening.
To what? The home? Go to get back?
Just an opening.
Okay.
It's what we have to focus on, and then you can
that's
get where you
So,
need to
so
go.
we're gonna follow you then.
That's right. I remember I was in that weird trance.
Right. And Aziraphale grabs her and starts pushing her towards the door. It's time to go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Alright.
This is still acid raining.
The acid has turned to water at this point, and the acid is being washed away by the rain.
Okay. Sweet.
I think we can just focus and get where we need to go now.
Alright, let's do it.
All right.
Just leaving. All right.
Let's get out of
So-
this place.
all of you have gathered together. You walk outside and head towards the opening of the wall surrounding this ruined city that was once Fishgut Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
And you start heading out into the forest.
With Phil?
What would you like to do with Phil? Is
wanna
there anything
keep
you want to do quickly before you leave?
No.
No?
I want to keep Phil.
If Phil wants to go, he can go. If he wants to stay, he can stay.
Yeah,
Phil is
I'll
just...
tell the guys for the past 30 minutes I've had no internet and have not been able to hear anyone at all.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm now on my phone, so it probably sounds horrible right now.
You sound fine.
It's not bad.
you're fine.
Okay. I already put him down on the ground.
No, we're way past that at this point.
Yeah. You think about us?
So if Phil wants to stay, he can stay. But
Phil,
I think everybody's
Phil is
ready
going
to
to just sit on the remains of the coastline and just stare out into the ocean as he watches the last bit of Unsinkable 2 fall into the water.
play a sad
Alright,
violin sound as I'm leaving the city.
Alright, so all of you head into the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all emptying your minds? Are you going along with this?
Yes, I want to go.
Yes.
I want to get out of
All
here. Yes.
empty our minds.
Okay, go to your happy place.
You empty your minds and start heading into the thick fog. You hear whispers and shadows moving around you, laughing and crying. When a single tree comes to all of your attention, you can't tell if from the distance it is just a large tree very far away, or a small tree very close up. Do you all decide to follow it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It starts to
Empty
lead
my
you.
mind.
It starts to lead you forward. You feel the mist rush around you. It gets thicker and thicker where there's nothing but white and a single tree. When a light pierces the fog and opens up, it's so blinding that for a moment you have to cover your eyes. When you all open them, you are on just the edge of the forest, where you see the beach in front of you, and you see the dancing delights in full shape.
Oh,
Nuts.
right. Does anyone else feel duped? You mean we could have just left that place that's now in ruin, and just could have come back home this whole time?
You don't know when, but for some reason, Wujin has a giant crate on his back. And it smells very, very fishy.
That's the fish beer.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no.
We never used that.
Oh boy.
What the shit? Oh.
The fishy beer. Apparently, if you drink enough of it, you can breathe underwater.
On the ship, you see Peliel run up. Where have you been?
Don't ask.
You've been gone for 2 days just to go hunting?
That was only 2 days.
You've been gone for 2 days just to go hunting? What took so
The
long?
last day hasn't ended. The second day it didn't end.
Actually, no, it'd be
So
about,
we left
it's
yesterday
about day and a
morning?
half. It'd be one morning has passed, second morning has passed.
Yeah.
This is the second day. This is technically like the beginning of the third day since then.
Alright.
Hunting? You guys want hunting? I thought you guys were trying to collect some supplies for your boat.
What happened? We had one cannonball ruin our food. You decided to go hunting. We patched it up in an instant, and then you disappeared. You said to be gone for 30 minutes.
I feel like you're scolding me, and that's not a good way to team
I was
build.
worried.
I don't feel like that.
Well, none of us are died. We've actually
Look at my golden
multiplied.
I've been trying to message you on the stone, and no one's responded.
I thought you did respond. Wait. We did respond. I mean, we got your message. Came through fine. Guess it just didn't send out right.
Message to come back?
We may not have sent that one back priority mail, but we're back.
Well, at least you're safe.
This is
Are you the
Eli.
captain of the ship?
Oh no, that would be her.
He's not.
This is the dancing delight.
Okay.
No,
delightful.
I'm Peliel.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Peliel.
Yes.
Don't trust anyone else. Okay. That's good to know.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll come down. I'll meet you. You seem
No,
to
we
be tired.
we walk up and hand him the barrel of food. All right, fine, let's go. Hurry up.
Yeah. So Peliel does run down the beach to meet up with all of you, and that's where we're going to take a break.
All right.
Yay.
Sweet.
And at the end of our break, we'll be switching it up, and I'll be coming back to be the DM for the next half.
I almost got excited, and then I realized that he wasn't going to finish that with saying level up.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for so far. Don't go away. We'll be right back after a break. We'll see you soon.
We need to go to the party, please.
We need.
Alright, hello. We are back from our break, and I've returned as Dungeon Master. Kelly is no longer the keeper. Alright. So,
Until next time.
all of you, including Eli, have emerged from the forest and come back to the beach where the Dancing Delight has been prepped to be pushed out as soon as the current, the tide rises enough to push the Dancing Delight out towards the bay. Yep, Peliel starts heading back down towards the beach, kind of prepping and a little bit frustrated at the arrival of his companions after not really knowing and understanding what is going on.
Where have all you been?
Fishgut Harbor.
What is that?
Lovely.
Town.
Well,
Well,
I remember way
You
back
went to a
okay,
town
and
when
now
did
it's
you
No.
at least buy any food?
Exactly.
The actual
This place
question
was
is
bad for us
what
mentally.
was Fishgut Harbor?
What did you do?
Was
Fortunately, nothing.
we did.
We did nothing.
Is he telling the truth?
Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing.
I mean, there were some
lie to
like
you.
3 monsters in the ocean that are like, good, so we just got out of there.
Giant
Yeah,
monsters.
we watched on the lighthouse
The
beat up
size
fish.
of a lighthouse.
And then there was acid rain, and it
A
was.
talking
it
cat.
There were two
The talking
giant creatures
cat.
that just started pummeling each other. It was crazy.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably doesn't know who the heck this guy is.
This is Eli. He was with us. He can verify that we're not
Probably
lying.
We brought someone new.
I helped them through the forest the first time,
Thank you.
That was
and
a
Chakora was able to get us through the forest the second time due to her blessing.
And open-minded.
Iron.
Clear your minds, not open your minds. Open your mind is completely different than clearing your mind.
How are you supposed to clear something yet it not be open?
very carefully.
I don't even know
If you're
that
going to
exists.
open it, it has to be shut first.
Right.
Clearing it means that there is something inside.
Right, but how can you open something that is not clear?
Why is this an argument?
I have no idea what's going on.
I got smarter.
Is this blood coming out of my nose?
Alright, as all of you are traveling
Oh,
down
you're a
towards-
robot!
as
You
all of
can't
you
drink
are,
tea or bleed!
You're all traveling down towards the
This
beach,
beer is really good.
and Omaceran and Tugal, you both stop suddenly. Omaceran, you begin to hear crying and screaming of individuals
Okay.
It is penetrating through your mind. And then a baby begins to cry.
Did someone just give birth?
You hear the sounds of a roaring fire, and you turn around, and the forest up above the cliff tops is engulfed in blue flame.
I just like point to it. Like,
And I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw as you point. Peliel, everyone else, you see where she's pointing? Normal forest. It's just the forest you guys came out of. What was
13.
She's tripping
13.
up now.
Okay. And Omaceran, as you point, you feel your body tense. And just nothing happens. You can't even move as the sounds of these screamings, you're basically petrified in this stance. Sounds of screamings and wailings and crying has just penetrated your core.
Can I
Tugal.
speak?
You cannot speak. Tugal. You begin to hear the laughing of a little girl and the barking of a pretty large dog, and then a laugh of a little girl. And then you turn around and watch the cliffs, and you see a little girl just running along the cliffs, followed by a brown and white large dog. She disappears, and then the laughter continues, and then she reappears with the dog beside her, and then you begin to hear kind of a subtle ringing of a small bell. It just continues to ring. Ding, 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 getting louder. Ding, 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 until your whole mind is filled with the ringing of this bell. I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Richard visits me behind him, just shaking the bell.
Maximus.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Oh!
Tugal, you feel your body tense and seize, and then now you are dropped to your knees on the beach, just holding your head as you cannot handle the amount of ringing in your head. You can still speak, but you're kind of incapacitated in any other way. You can't really move your body. All right, all of you watch as Tugal just drops to his knees in the sand, and Omaceran gets frozen, pointing at the forest.
How long do we have to wait before we can leave here?
What is going on? What?
I think
Did
we have
something
to
happen
wait,
while you
guys.
were gone?
This is something
I
very
think the
different.
sooner we leave, the better. Let's just get out of here, please.
Is Tulah the one on the ground?
No, Tugal.
Oh, so we don't even hear him. Are you talking for Tulah right now?
No, Tugal can still talk.
Tugal can
He's
still talk.
incapacitated
Only
in
Mothman
other
can
ways.
All right. Wungon, pick up Tugal. We're gonna help Omaceran and get out of here.
You had it.
Wungon, as you go to pick up Tugal, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh no.
17?
Tugal is not moving. You can't even come to you don't even have the willpower to even pick up Tugal at this point.
Oh, you're fucked.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm sorry, I can't.
The cacophony of ringing continues. And Tugal, I'd like you to make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Try it, sure. Yeah, sure.
16.
You're going to gain 2 points of psychic damage as the ringing continues in your ears. And
Dear
as you
Lord.
look up at the cliff, and that little girl and the dog are still there. And she's still laughing, petting the dog.
Try it.
Is there a little girl and a dog laughing at me? Freaking bells ringing. It hurts, man.
Can I do like a...
What does the dog look like again?
I don't know. Freaking brown with like
see,
some
like,
whitish
magical
spots on
Or
it.
like a fur?
Oh, it looks like my dog Maximus.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
And then I know it's
Okay.
back to my head. It's 3 plus 4, so it's barely 7.
7. There is something magical going on,
Okay.
but you're not sure where it is from, what is causing it.
Can I...
Anyone
Should we
else?
summon Maximus?
Can I
Do you want to
dispel
try
magic?
same with that?
They could. I want to. Maybe that'd be a good idea.
Please bring Maximus.
Okay.
Time to bring him out. I just want to summon them.
Alright, you're gonna summon him. So, you're gonna ring the bell once. It makes no
Yeah.
noise. And as soon as you do, Maximus appears out of some rock on the beach, runs up
Hey guys.
to Tugal. And Tugal, the ringing stops. In your mind, the ringing stops.
I have a little issue. It's not showing up in my equipment or actions.
It's fine. We'll solve that in a minute. Alright. Tugal,
Hello?
a brown and white St. Bernard runs up to you with a little keg barrel on for his collar and licks you on the face. And the ringing stops. As soon as he does, something happens.
Okay.
The world around you fades, and you're sitting in front of 3 dark figures. And they wickedly say in unison, "What will you give us to save that which you hold most dear?" It fades, and now you're in a moving carriage with a small girl very similar to the one that you just saw on the cliff tops. She looks sick and is coughing. As she's coughing, your hand moves to her mouth with a handkerchief. As you pull it away, you notice she has coughed up some blood. A voice calls from outside the carriage. "We're at the edge of the Nightwood, sir." And your vision fades again. You now sit at a large work table, tools and equipment spread out, notes and journals stacked up in corners, working on a familiar cylindrical device. You look up and see gnomes and humans all working at similar tables. A figure begins to approach and you scramble to put the device in a desk drawer. Your vision fades once more, and a door opens into a large, brightly lit room. The room looks like a large library. Tables are filled with stacks of books. And at the center of a room, a woman in blue and white dress with long blonde hair turns to face you. She smiles kindly at you, her skin fair and her eyes a gentle blue. And as she reaches down, she pets an iridescent white boar. Your vision comes back to you, and you're now back on the beach with this St. Bernard in front of you. "Hello, are you going to be my friend?"
After you getting me out of that, yes, I would be more than happy to be your friend. But I think we need to go now. And then I'm just gonna go back onto the boat.
You start heading back to the boat. Omaceran, I'd like you to make one more saving throw from me, please.
Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw.
11.
11. Okay. So you watch as the blue flames around the forest begin to intensify, and then you still continue to hear the sounds
of screaming and wailing, and then a baby crying. And then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it subsides. And you feel a warm embrace, like you're being held closely. And this is a similar embrace that you felt before from your master Aziraphale. But it's like he's giving you a full holding hug. Your body comes back to you're gaining control over your body again. You're able to move and speak.
Do I see anything like moving around them? I'll take out the lantern of revealing and activate it and see if there was anything invisible around them.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything invisible around them.
Okay.
Omaceran probably just falls to her knees and starts crying.
What did you...
Well, I've explained everything. Whatever is happening now, I have no idea.
Are you alright? Tugal Omaceran, are you alright?
I just
We need to just go. We need to just get
We
out
gotta
of
go.
here.
Can you walk now, Tugal?
Let's just get out of here right now. Let's just go.
Fine.
Sleep.
Omaceran, can you move?
I need to think.
Wujon, we need help.
I'll help.
Alright, when we get on the
Yeah,
boat,
get him.
we get him on the boat. How do we get this thing off the island?
Well, it's not an island, it's a coast.
The coast.
Yep. So as you get onto the boat, you're greeted as Eli is speaking with Captain Kustisha. Your dad is also up on the deck, and he is looking out to see you guys arrive. It seems like he was probably working on some sort of painting, but as soon as you arrived, he came to watch to see what was going on. You approach Captain Kustisha and Eli, and they're having a conversation, and Eli has just agreed that he'll pay whatever fee it is to get to Waterdeep. Well, it looks like we'll need probably a couple hours for the tide to come in, and then we'll be able to shove on out of here. And it'll be a couple more hours until we arrive at Waterdeep Harbor.
Can I agree to Saluni for 30 minutes?
Sure. So you find kind of a quieter spot on top deck, right near the front of the boat. And what is specifically are you praying guidance for?
Past any rough seas or just avoiding any dangers, just kind of like a foresight too.
Okay.
Last time.
Okay, go ahead and make a religion check for me.
That's actually, oh my gosh. It's a 3.
A 3? Okay. You, as you're praying, you don't feel anything out of the ordinary. You don't feel her normal, warm moonlight glow upon you. But you kind of send your prayers out to the planes above, and you hope that your prayers are well received. She guides the boat to Waterdeep.
Alright.
Okay. Over the next couple hours, is there anything else you guys want to do before you shove off?
Tugal is probably just going to do his rounds on the boat and think to himself for a little bit. He's just going to check up and make sure that everything's okay and ready to go. But
Okay.
that's all he's going to do.
Miss Ron's gonna go find a room by herself.
Okay. It's not hard to find an empty room. Anybody else?
Peliel's just going to kind of stay up top deck, seeing everybody just kind of out of sorts. Just well, I'm glad you're all back.
Oh yeah.
Glad to be back too. It's been a long couple days.
Okay. Nice
Yeah, I
news.
have nothing to do. Good.
I guess I'll check up. If nobody's talking or saying anything, I'll go check up on the prisoner again.
Okay. The prisoner
Talk
is
to
in the
him
brig.
another
Yorlin he's doing fine. I mean, you've been giving him food, which is great. He's wanting the ordeal to be over.
Well, everyone's back, so we should be heading our way soon.
The sooner we can get this over with, the sooner I can go on with my new life.
I wish you luck.
Well,
Not easy to survive.
no, I have an inkling. You probably have an idea. You being Drow, of course.
Of course. Well, it's never going to be easy.
Starting over usually isn't. Sometimes I think I like to take revenge. But maybe I'll seek another path, a higher path.
We'll just kind of nod. We all have to make a decision.
As you're turning around, he quietly says, "Have you ever heard the teachings of Alastri?"
A long time ago. But that was a lifetime ago.
Well, something I might want to look into. Kind of sullenly goes back to eating his meal. Right, the time comes where the tide pulls the Dancing Delight above, the water comes up about 2 to 3 feet. So the Dancing Delight can float a little bit. Many of the sailors get out and then they ask for your assistance to fashion ropes and try to pull it back out into the bay. You all manage to do so with, even though, I mean, with the refreshment that you've just undergone, even though you kind of feel like you should be tired, you are not tired. But you all managed to get the Dancing Delight underway and heading south towards
hell of a drag.
Waterdeep.
Just wait till you learn the real name of it.
Alright.
Okay.
Be sure to
Out on the ocean, do you guys want to talk to anybody? Check in on anybody? I'm going to leave this open as you're traveling for 3 to 4 hours before you get to the harbor.
Oh, actually, I don't have anything. I'm just gonna relax.
No.
The crap that happened, I'm good. I just want to relax.
Yeah, I guess Peliel is just going to take the rounds and check up on everybody one at a time. Just to each of them just go, is everything alright?
Probably not. I'm not sure if this book's a good thing to keep having, and I'll sit there just chilling with the Enigma Codex in my lap.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to do with this. I was able to do something. I was able to cast a really powerful spell. I just took the book out in the middle of battle and asked for help and was able to do this thing. It hurt really bad. And I'll take out my hand and there's probably a bigger scar from where I tried to cast a spell and it left something on me. I don't know if maiming myself is the best way to gain power.
What? It asks for you to hurt yourself in return?
Every time I talk to it, I have to hurt myself. And I've probably been using the same thing, so I probably have this like permanent little scar now that heals up a little bit every day, but I have to like...
Yeah, it nicks different spots in your palm, and so that the blood can seep out of your body, and then it writes its responses with your own blood.
There's like little cuts on my hand.
Interesting.
How often has it cost?
I am a bit smarter though. And every time I roll something that I feel like I have to use my brain to roll, I feel like I'm always being guided. It's kind of nice because I haven't felt like this before.
What is this roll?
Every time I have to, roll with the punches of being presented with an opportunity to use my brain.
You have gotten smarter. You're coming up with metaphors.
Right. I'm not sure. It was weird. This whole experience was weird. I don't know what happened or if I learned much. I think some people did. I'm not sure what I got out of it.
Okay.
We just sit there, I'm sure.
I'm glad you're back.
Aziraphale, in your mind, you hear, with great power comes great responsibility.
Aziraphale looks up, takes his middle claw.
Yes, I do see that.
Yeah, you're just going to go around. Peliel's just going around everybody, just asking the same question.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Hey, if you guys want to roleplay it, do it.
Yeah, that was it. That's all I wanted to do. He's done, just chills with his book.
I mean, if you really want me to roleplay crying, I can, but...
If you have anything you want to say, character-wise, is basically what I'm doing. I'm giving you an opportunity to talk.
I am not talking to anyone.
All right.
I have this new tattoo.
You have a tattoo?
Yeah.
Where did you get a tattoo?
This crazy guy gave it to me. Crazy guy.
You accepted a tattoo from a crazy guy?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Seems legit.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay.
Eli comes
gotta
up,
admit.
says, I got one too. Do you like it?
It's very interesting. What is that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a key.
Looks kind of strange.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
I know we've already met like
Yeah,
3
I
times
know,
now.
I know.
I'll walk up
This
to
is strange.
Chakora. Where's your key? Where's your key? Can I feel anything when I touch it?
So I don't have the specifics of the blessings, so...
It's basically just a tattoo. She can kind of feel it. She feels like almost a presence of something in there,
Like-
but
I
for
don't
everyone
feel it.
else, it's just a tattoo.
It's like ready.
Sweet. No, that's it.
I wonder if we combine our tattoos, we could become something powerful.
Power Ranger says.
Yeah, like
Ultron comes back. Sorry, Tugal, you were going to say something?
oh well, I gotta admit, I'm both eager and equally afraid to get to Waterdeep now.
What's there to be afraid of?
Well, let's see. Since we've been joined up, I've had these really weird visions of certain people that I have no memory of whatsoever. Now, I don't know how old I am. The last 2 years is all that I recall. But that lady who met with us at Wave Echo Cave, who was with Herlov, and she said that I'm way older than 2 years old, which really confuses me. I don't know, with the visions that I've been getting recently, like, I'm excited to get to Waterdeep to find answers, and I'm also equally a little afraid of what those answers might be. But one thing's for sure, somebody, and they take out the soul trap, somebody definitely made this for a reason. I don't think I'm gonna like what the reasoning is.
Tugal, as you hold the soul trap, you notice that one more of these gems that are embedded in it is emitting a glow. And you can remove Soul Trap 2 and add Soul Trap 3 to your inventory.
Yeah, and then there's these glowing gem bits. Don't even get me started on these. It keeps adding on, and I don't understand, man. It's really freaking me out. And also, I could talk to the black spider for a little bit, and then he was gone the next day.
You talked to the black spider?
Yeah, his freaking soul. I didn't want to say anything in the moment. I was afraid of what people were gonna think, but his soul was inside of this thing. I think that's what it is.
Maybe we should get that checked out. But
yeah.
But we don't want to show that to anybody. Maybe
Did Omaceran identify what that is?
No.
No.
Maybe we should.
No.
We're all here together now.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not there.
No,
Aziraphale will walk in.
Maybe when she's in a better place, we should ask her.
I mean, I can do it if you want me to.
You can do it.
It'll hurt, but yeah, I can do it.
That's up to you.
If you don't want to wait, I can do it.
It's up to you.
I mean, I don't mind either way. I feel like right now I'm starting to understand at least the soul trapping part. I think whenever something
Are you
dies,
sure you're not going to be one of the souls trapped in there?
he just kind of stays quiet, and he's like, honestly, with the suspicions that I have, there's a chance I might have been.
All right. Well, we still have some time. Before we get there, if you really want me to identify it, I can.
I mean, I don't see the harm in it if you want to give it a shot. I'll hand it over to Aziraphale.
What level is
Identify?
Yeah, it's
First
one.
level.
First level. Okay, so it's 2d6.
It's like as he
So I will
stabs
cast
himself, I walk in.
Intelligence saving throw.
Right. I was just accepting the fact that I'm probably gonna fail anyway and just take the 2d6. But it's a DC 20. Okay.
He expects us to go with this into the hole there.
Yeah. So I'll take the full 2d6.
Okay.
So I take 6 points of psychic damage.
Yep. You cast.
Sit there with my book and I cast the blood in there and I ask the Enigma Codex to help me cast Identify.
Yes. So as the blood begins to pool onto the page, it begins to write the specifications of the device. So I will go ahead and read it. When a creature within 90 feet of this device dies, its soul has a 50% chance of being trapped within the device. If the creature's intelligence score is 6 or lower, it automatically fails. Alternatively, if the soul trap is on your person, you can use your reaction to use the soul trap ability. Granted, you could see the target and are aware that the target took its last breath. The soul trap ability is, when the soul departs, an aura surrounds the body similar to the gentle repose spell for 24 hours. The soul trapped within this device can immediately choose to depart to the afterlife or remain within the device for the next 24 hours. While in the device, the soul can communicate telepathically with anyone who is touching the device. After 24 hours, the soul is forced into the afterlife. It also has one more ability at this point, with regaining one more white gemstone light. and is called Soul Restore. During the 24 hours, the soul can be restored to its original body using the Revivify spell. Material components are still needed. I don't know why I'm tripping over that, but they need to be provided and inserted into the central chamber. The device needs to be touching the soul's original body, at which point the Revivify spell can be cast. The soul can also refuse to be restored, at which point it departs immediately to the afterlife and the spell fails. But the material components are not consumed. Once used, the crystals stop glowing and the device cannot be used again in this way for another 1d10 days, at which point the crystals begin to shine again. That
Material components
is
for
what...
that. Or is that just for the Revivify spell?
It is just for the Revivify spell. So you have to provide a 300 gold worth diamond to cast the Revivify spell.
Oh wow.
Still, that's
Okay.
quite.
In fact, you can wait 24 hours.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's in between Revivify and whatever that 8th level. Yeah, no, that's legit.
really powerful.
That's very good. Oh, well, so I'll like close my book. So this is what knowing everything feels like. Like clean up the blood on his palms. So there you go. That's what it does. It's not cursed, which is nice. You know, you seem to have better luck than Wungon.
Yeah, I don't think we need another curse in this group. Thank God.
No, but that's useful to have if we we'll try to keep that with whoever has the 300 gold diamond around, or have that around. So basically, if somebody goes down, we can pull their body, collect their soul, and if we can get out of the fight, we can wait a while. We don't have to get it within a minute. So cool things.
That is very useful.
I hope it doesn't terrify you.
Simultaneously, we should definitely keep this thing hidden until we can figure out what the heck this thing is supposed to do.
All right.
I feel like
We just figured out what
we
it's
know
supposed to do.
roughly what it can do right now, but I feel like this isn't just some random artifact used to revive people. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty good. But
You can bring
I
people
feel like
back
it
from the
does
dead
more
after
than that.
24 hours. You know, but I think it can do a little more.
I'm just saying, there are some crystals on this thing that are not lit.
Right, and we'll keep an eye on it.
There are 4 more crystals on this thing.
4 more crystals?
So, yeah. For these reasons alone, I'm excited to get to Waterdeep, and also just a little scared to see where this takes me. I feel like maybe I've gotten myself into something that's just
Infinity Stones.
way bigger than me, than Tulah, than
7 infinity stones.
gosh.
Ultimate power.
Oh, the soul stone,
Yeah.
7
Every
soul
stone is
stones.
a soul stone.
Omaceran, you're kind of held up in one of the cabins here. Your knock on your door. Are you doing okay in there, Omaceran? You looked a little bit disturbed coming off the beach.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Do you want a song?
I'd love a song.
Okay. And Eli will go ahead and play. You've only heard sad songs that he's played. This one is still sad, but there's a little bit of pep to it. There's like happy moments, happy notes in it. It kind of picks up.
I'll open up my door, or the door that I'm in. I'm just gonna sit against the wall and listen to it.
Okay. All right. Anybody else before we arrive to the harbor?
Ready to show up to Waterdeep.
Okay. So, all of you. I'll go back. let's pull this up just so you have an idea. There you are. You all pull into the harbor. So I think what I'll do is I'll use Peliel as my guide here.
That's good.
But you all are coming in south. You come in through what looks
Is that your
like
character?
you do notice that there are a bunch of ships as you're coming into this gate, harbor gate, and they look like they are warships in here. There's probably about a half a dozen of them anchored in here. You notice that Castisha motions towards some soldiers on the other deck, on the stone towers of the secondary gate, and the gate is now moved away so that the ship can go through. And you are all then docked out here. As you are traveling through the harbor, though, you all notice something odd. You notice that Captain Castisha, as well as a few of her first...
Sorry, we just noticed on the map one of the plate location is called Fishgut Court.
No way.
Yes. Yep, there is a fish
right next to
court.
Fish Street.
Oh no.
So as you're traveling towards the docks and then over the open harbor, Castisha and a few of the sailors and the first mate come out onto the top deck, and then you notice that they are throwing coins out into the open water of this harbor.
Superstitious, maybe?
I thought I was bad with money, but you're giving me a run for it.
This is a long-time tradition for many sailors, and it's been forgotten and probably frowned upon by many. It would be nice if a lot of people remembered to give tribute to Umberly.
What type of coins are they throwing?
It's assortment of coins. A few copper pieces from a couple sailors go through, but you notice that Castisha has actually thrown a couple platinum, as well as a few gold.
Aziraphale will take 2 platinum and 10 gold and chuck it.
I'll throw in a platinum.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll throw in a platinum and 5 gold. It's random.
Castisha looks at the 3 of you that have thrown in some money.
We still have to pay.
Wait, is Maximus still here?
At this point, Maximus would have gone away.
Yeah.
Oh.
He only lasts for, I think, 4 hours.
Yeah.
Or maybe 6 hours. Captain Castisha looks at the 3 of you that have tossed in coins. She gives you a smile.
Yeah, I'll toss
Your
in.
tribute will be welcomed.
I'll toss in 2 electrum. Or not electrum, platinum.
You cheap.
Okay.
2
Give
platinum.
me 1 second here.
Then she says, under this harbor, there's catacombs where all of this gold gets collected. And once per year, Umberly comes to collect her tribute.
Can I discreetly toss an item that is undisclosed to everyone?
If you want to,
I do.
you can let me know what that item
I
is
had to
later.
consult with Shannon real quick. She threw in 10 gold.
Okay. All right. They all look. So as you're doing that, she kind of quickly takes off her captain's tailored robe, and you notice that her back is pretty sleeveless. And on her back, you notice 2 crashing waves. And let's see here. Omaceran, Peliel, Tulah, and Tugal. I'd like you to make history checks for me.
Okay. Tulah 17, Tugal 21.
9.
Okay. Tugal, Tulah, and Omaceran, you have seen this symbol before. You've seen this symbol in the tower as you were traveling towards Leilon, where those fish Sehuai were kind of pelted up
With the badass crab.
with the crab. She gives you kind of a nod, and then she quickly puts her jacket back on, and you are all docked. Now the Dancing Delight is docked. 2 people are on the pier as the ropes are tied off and the docking is complete. And a wooden rampart gets thrown over so that they can come on board. And 2 individuals. You notice a human male comes on board. He has a nice tricorn hat, very nice trimmed and embroidered coat. And then also a male half-elf. His hair is kind of pulled back into a ponytail, and he's wearing some sort of official robes. The one in the tricorn hat approaches Captain Kastisha, and he says, Dancing Delight, where's Captain Stans? Captain Kastisha says, she didn't make it. I'm the new captain of the Dancing Delight. And you notice that the man kind of gets a little bit sullen. That's unfortunate. Would have liked to see her again. Well, it appears that you have some passengers aboard. I'm the dock warden. My name is Bryce Farroweye. And this is Meros Clearspire. You'll go over the rules and regulations of Waterdeep. As you all make your way into the city, there's a few rules you need to follow. Meros gets out some official-looking book, some pamphlets that he's carrying out. And he says, "This is the Code Legal. Now, there will be no crimes that will be tolerated in Waterdeep. Many of these crimes are punishable by servitude or by death. And you'll go through the reading of them, and I will go ahead and just hand this to you.
Thank you.
Basically, he tells you that you should not be using blatant spells out in the open of Waterdeep.
The magic. Blatant. What are we saying by defining blatant?
Blatant meaning that you are not to cause chaos within the city.
Fair enough.
You are not allowed to cause magics on other people that do not want their magics on them.
It's important.
All
necessary.
And they do have. He tells you that they have city guards in Waterdeep that will uphold the law. Assault is frowned upon, and you can get jailed and fined for assault. Assault and using magic on nobles of Waterdeep is punishable by death. and fines need to be paid. So he kind of goes over all of this legal code that you all need to be made aware of. And then he asks if there are any spellcasters among the group.
Yep.
And then he asks for all of your names.
Tulah.
He asks for all of your names, and then he begins writing them down in his book. He points to both Aziraphale and Chakora. You two, there's a strict policy that you need to get a permit for any flight within this city. Otherwise, you could be jailed and fined within the Griffin Riders prison.
Gotta take your driver's test.
Permit? Where do you
Yes.
get the permit?
You'll need to go up to the walking statue, the Griffin Rider, and he points up to the mountain. It's a low mountain, but a hill. We'll actually show that to you. And as he's pointing out in that direction, he points up here, the Griffin. As he's pointing out there, there's a tall tower. Then you notice something interesting about the tower up there. There are 2 airships docked at this tower. He says, you'll need to go to the Griffin Riders, pay for your permit, and you'll be given a sash that you need to wear and present to anybody that finds you flying.
Like,
It's just an arm sash.
You'll look great in it.
So, what brings you to Waterdeep?
I don't even remember anymore.
lots of things.
We're here to finish our side of the job that was given to us. On behalf of who are we going to again?
Well, do you have any questions about the city? Locations within the city? I am
You're
happy to
400
answer
years
them.
old and you've never been to Waterdeep?
I've never been this far south, no.
Is there a dark stone tower somewhere within the city by chance?
A dark stone tower. There are several towers. You may be referring to either Ergar Hyang's tower, or you might be referring to the Blackstaff Tower. There's probably other few out there, but those are the 2 that are darker of color.
What was that first one again?
Argarhyans.
How do you spell that?
I'm not going to spell it on stream.
Okay.
It is the weirdest spelling.
Just gonna call it A Tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna keep that.
Omaceran, you have been to Waterdeep a couple times. Master Aziraphale took you inside the city a couple times, but it wasn't very far within it. You probably stayed a couple nights at a couple inns to play some music and gather some goods, and then continue on your journeys along the high road from Baldur's Gate all the way up to Luskan and around. So, Omaceran, you're familiar with a few places, maybe up in the trade ward, but other than that, you might have picked up a few places, but you're familiar at least with the landmarks, which are the walking statues of Waterdeep, which is how people tell you where you are going to go within the city. Well, I don't have a map on me, but if you would like to get a map of the city, you are more than welcome to go find Laurent's cartographers. He's in the southern ward. next to the Kolot Towers.
What?
And then the market by Helms Hall. If you're interested, I can give you directions.
Yes,
we
please.
need to go get our permits. And we'll start heading off towards the Griffin.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And we have to deliver.
Yeah. And once we get our permits, we can fly over and find you. We'll find you right quick if we can.
How long does it take for the permits? Do you have a...
As long as you have the gold ready, they'll be able to get your record.
How much gold?
It's going to be, depending on how many days you plan on being in the city, it's 5 gold per day.
How many days?
If you would like to stay for the full month, or there's basically a month price and a seasonal price. If you'd like to pay for the month, you can pay 50 gold for the month for 3 10 days. If you want to pay for a season, it's 100 gold. And that'll
only
take...
going to be here for a few days. If that.
Maybe.
What? You want to do 3 days? You want to do 3 days?
I mean, you don't see me changing
Send
Alright, we'll go.
Okay. Did you need directions? Or just gonna wander around?
But they
That's
pointed in the
usually-
direction.
Yes, he pointed in the direction.
Yeah.
That's kind of usually the way to take in Waterdeep anyway.
Be nice if we could fly soon enough, though, and we'll walk on.
Anywhere, do you have any other questions where you need of locations?
It's a good place to stay.
Were we supposed to meet again?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Lady Morrowind? No, that's...
Kelly, it's only been a couple days.
Yeah. Proud Feather / Eclipse told you to meet him at the Yawning Portal.
We're on the Yawning Portal.
Yes.
We are supposed to meet one of our friends over at the Yawning Portal.
Oh, delightful. You will have to travel all the way up the high road. You'll need to take a couple, let's see here, make sure.
For this right away. You take the high road, I take the low road.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high road.
Okay.
No,
High road.
So
No.
he tells you to take the high road and then cut across to Snail Street. And then you'll take a left on Rain Run Street and you'll run directly into the Yawning Portal.
Can I get that in writing?
Snail, then run.
Or
If you'd like to pick up a map, you can go to Lauren's Cartographers. He's very good at making maps of the city. You can purchase one from him.
Lawrence.
We're already off the boat, moving towards the general location.
Okay. Eli also gets off the boat, and then he tells you, well, it's been some time since I've seen my uncle, so I may lay low for a couple days and then go see him if I gain the courage to do so.
Your uncle.
Yes.
Alright.
It was nice hanging with you, Eli, for the little time that we hung out.
I give Eli a hug.
Thank you for the hug.
See you around.
And he kind of disappears in cutting across some of the alleys and streets and disappears from sight. All right. That was me.
Yes.
I was like, did you say that?
No, I didn't do it. It wasn't me this time.
Oh.
All right. So Chakora and Aziraphale head up the small mountain towards the Griffin, and you get into the towers, and you're met by some red-robed figures that have these kind of embezzlements of gold in them, and they are all wearing patches that are in the insignia of a griffin. One of the front desk clerks looks up at you and says, "How can I help you?"
We would like to buy 3 days of permits.
All right, very good. And he'll go underneath and pick out a large book and plop it on his desk. Then just the 2 permits, yes?
Yes.
All right, he'll pick out 2 sashes that are red in color, and they have a little bit of a gold ring around them as well. He'll put them next to him. Says, "Names, please." And he'll take out a quill and.
First, mine is Aziraphale.
Aziraphale? Where do you hail from?
Zilong Reach.
Okay, so
that's your mind.
Reach. And and you're staying for 3 days?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you staying?
Not sure yet.
Whoa.
Do you have any places in mind you would suggest us to stay?
Well, there are many places. Do you know your price point, maybe?
Were we in? We were in water.
Prefer not to bleed.
We got some.
Guys, we need to find a place to stay.
Okay.
Can I use transmission on Omaceran? That's a
They're not with us right now.
I know. Do you know
Where's the
that-
market? We went down the high roads.
Oh no, what happened to my map?
I totally missed something that was good.
Yeah. Sorry, we were talking about the one shot going. Did Kolgos and Charmax get fined for flying?
That was a special situation. However, you guys did run into a Griffin Rider.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a spinning vortex of flame, so I'm pretty sure they waived that.
I mean, he's going to give you a couple, depending on where you want to stay. There's several in the dock ward, some in the southern ward. He kind of just, after naming a few, he kind of just pulls out a pamphlet and just hands you one that say, "Inns and Taverns of Waterdeep." And then inside there's like a ranking of
we'll pick one in the dock. We'll pick one in the dock ward.
There's the tavern,
Latest
The
review.
shower.
great fish.
3 stars.
We'll find the one with the nicest bathing situation.
the nicest bathing situation.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Instead of Yelp, it's called Scribe.
The ocean, 5 stars.
Saltwater is just meh. For the
It's not good for my feathers.
Exfoliating you.
yeah, exfoliate your feathers. It's not good.
I think it's called molten.
What?
What's the word?
Molten.
Molt.
Molting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the top.
It's the stress. It's the stress.
That's why he wears the cowboy hat.
Bald eagle.
So there's two
Eagle
that
pattern
seem highly reviewed in the dock ward.
Okay.
One of them is called just simply Warm Beds, and its reviews are just very simple. I got a warm bed, a place to sleep, a place to wash, and that's kind of
So
all.
we'll take warm beds.
What's
Alright.
the other option? I'm kidding.
Do you want to ask him? I just want our permits. I don't want to be stuck on the ground like these feeble-minded. No offense. I don't want to be stuck on the ground.
Yeah,
We're not here, so anything.
sounds good, I guess.
So should I put you down for warm beds?
Warm beds, yes.
Warm beds, okay.
Tell telepathic message to Omaceran.
Don't
Whatever she's doing,
insult
does warm beds sound
the
good?
staff.
All
Don't
my
involve-
life.
For 3 days, it's gonna be 20 gold.
Gold sounds good.
Okay,
For both or per
Per.
Per permit.
gotcha.
Just gets angry.
Yep.
What am I doing?
I'll get it.
I got it.
All 40 or just all 20?
30.
No, it's 20 per.
What?
I want to
It's
like
only
respond to Chakora's message and be like, no.
No.
Alright, I pay my 20 gold.
Okay, he hands you the sashes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Please have them on your person at all times, preferably around your arms, so that the Griffin Riders can see you flying from a distance.
Perfect.
All right, very good. They all ride griffins, yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Never seen
You head back down the mountain, and as you're heading down, you watch one of the airships begin to push past the towers and start heading out towards the northeast. All right.
Do you want to fly now?
And
Sure.
where are you two headed?
We're gonna try looking for them.
4 beds it is.
Right on snail, left on railroad.
Okay. And you two and everybody else is heading where?
I think we first went to go get a map.
I don't need a
Yeah.
map.
Yes, to the southern ward.
This place is very large. You been here?
A couple things.
A couple times.
Yeah. So we'll just fly overhead trying to find them in the streets for a little bit.
All right, go ahead and make both of you make perception checks. We'll get back to that in a minute. Okay. The rest of you head down. Maris gave you some directions to head over there. He told you to take Odd Street until you reach Fish Street, and then go east until Snail Street, and then you'll need to go south until you reach Fillet Street, then go east. Fillet Street ends at the Way of the Dragon and the main road through Waterdeep. So you'll need to cross over to Slop Street, then head north. You'll then be able to see Kolas Towers looming over into the other buildings. Helm's Hall and the other shops are in the square. There you will find Lawrence Cartographers.
It's a bear.
I got it.
What?
Bear. There's Slop Street.
Okay.
You go over north. You do da 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 da.
Yeah. I totally got that.
I got it.
He just simply closed his book and walked off.
Thank you.
I start walking away.
Thank you.
Like I know exactly where to go.
So
I have no idea where to go.
Cards.
So yes, you all have to unload your carts, and I also need you all to pay the 92 gold.
Is it cheaper for?
If Peliel and Tugal, I believe, we're gonna do 50 gold for the trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I already paid that. I
Okay.
already paid that.
If you already paid it, I'm not gonna check up on you guys. So if you haven't paid it, then
There's like
please pay it
60 for
now.
us, right?
I don't think I
Per
did.
person?
How much is it?
All right. And then you all
thought
need,
I did
it's
been
90
so
gold
long.
for the trip.
Oh.
90 gold for the trip, and then you also need to chip in for Yorlin.
Oh, it doesn't automatically remove platinum. Okay.
That's a person.
So somebody needs to pay for Yorlin, or else he's staying on the boat and going with the Dancing Delight somewhere else.
How much do I have to pay for it?
You have to pay 90 for him.
Okay.
Okay.
How much is it just for the one
And
person? I forgot.
So Aziraphale's doing it?
Yeah, got it.
Perfect.
Want me to pitch in a bit?
All right.
We can talk about it later.
Yep, they unload your cart and Yorlin, and you are off headed towards Larn's Cartographers. You get into the square, and you notice a few. You notice that there is about four towers that are kind of looming over this market space. There's a few grocers out here as well as the tailors, and then there was what seems like some kids that are playing out in the yard. And then above the door, you notice a wooden hanging sign that says Helm's Hall. You approach Lawrence Cartographers. The exterior of this shop is made up of neutral plaster and blue wood. Several wooden steps lead up to the door, and a small wooden sign next to the door reads Maps.
Spider.
Let's go in.
Okay.
You give myself a map.
As you enter in the door, you notice that all the walls are just filled with bookshelves. There are scrolls and books and tomes on all of these shelves. The central space of this interior is dominated by one large table. It appears to be very messy in here. There's kind of vases that are filled with rolled up maps. There's a few maps that are laid out onto this table with quills and pens everywhere. It's all a little bit dusty, kind of dimly lit in here as well. As soon as you enter in, there's a little ding 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 as the door opens, and an older gentleman comes out to greet you. Hello there. What's her? Are you looking for some maps?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, specifically of the town.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
have a few.
Well, I have those aplenty. And he begins to wander around as he's trying to locate some Waterdeep maps. He takes some time, kind of scratches his head a little bit. Ellis, I need your help. Where's the Waterdeep maps? I don't know where they are. You moved them, didn't you? And then you notice a younger gentleman comes out. He's pretty well kept, has his hair slicked back, and he kind of gives a look to the older gentleman, who now you can presume is Lauren. It's just like, really? And then he goes over to a shelf and reaches up, and then he just pulls out an entire case, slaps it on the large central table, opens it up, and then that'll be one gold per map.
Okay.
Alright, no problem.
Sounds good.
Aziraphale will have asked for it, and I've given you a gold.
Okay.
Or he'll probably give you 5 gold. Because he doesn't know how much anything is. No, I would have wanted a map. So.
Tugal and Tulah will give a gold for a map.
Do we just want 2 maps, or?
I want one for myself, because if I go to explore away from you guys, I'll know where to go.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we want to get lost in this city.
Well, I would hope we'd stick together a bit. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll have our
You
own.
never know.
So how many maps are you all getting?
I got one, so here's one gold.
Okay, 1 for the big Minotaur, right?
I'm gonna take at least 1 for our friends. That's getting a permit.
So you're getting 2, all right.
1 for Tulah and Tugal.
Perfect. All right, 4 maps total. Very good. He closes the case, and then he puts it back up, and then Lauren kind of looks at you all and, are you interested in getting any other maps? I have plenty of maps. I know all. I've almost mapped this entire world of Licyria.
Oh.
Ooh.
Plenty of maps you can peruse through at your leisure.
Any?
Perhaps some other time. I think we all have something we have to attend to first before we can start window shopping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Very
but we'll
good.
definitely come back.
It was very nice to meet you all. Thank you for shopping at Laurent's Cartographers. You all have a nice day. You all exit out, and you're now looking at your newly found maps. And you notice a very well-drawn map of Waterdeep. Every walking statue is labeled for you. Several landmarks are even labeled for you. Most of the streets are also labeled. And then you see where the Yawning Portal is within.
So is this more
Waterdeep.
detailed than like a tourist map where it only has the highlights? Does it actually have?
It is more detailed.
Okay.
And it is a pretty large map.
Right.
So you're like carrying this map that's probably about, 28 inches, and then it's like 34 inches tall. So you kind of have to like scroll and roll it, and you unfold it and put it together.
So this is the advanced version of Google Maps.
Yeah, sure.
Waterworld is over here.
All right, you have a heading to get to the yawning portal. Is that where you all are heading now?
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
we all meet up.
Your perception checks.
22.
Okay, and Chakora?
I got an actual 1, but I mean, plus
Okay.
5.
So you're kind of just following along with Aziraphale as he's looking out, and Aziraphale walking up the way of the dragon. Within this busy street, there's carts going everywhere. Merchant carts, horse-driven carts, but you see the rest of your group heading up to the North Ward. So you tag along with them. You all make your way to the yawning portal. You see a large 4-story building made of stone and wood with slate rooms, with a slate roof looming over the surrounding buildings on Rain Run Street. A simple wooden sign hanging on chains from a black iron pole above the front door reads, "The Yawning Portal." Even from out here, you can hear the sounds of raucous laughter and shouting. As soon as you open the door, you have the smell of strong ale and tobacco smoke, as well as the smell of freshly baked breads and meats.
Alrighty. Well, anyone see Eclipse?
Go on.
Proudfeather? No?
I'll LARP until ethics.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
It is being revealed.
or should I block it?
No, I just gotta. Gosh, what the heck? Alt shift hold.
Please hold.
Please hold while I attempt to figure out how to reveal.
Hey, stop touching Alduin.
It's like the
He's
Floor 3.
Behind you.
just living his best life over there, and you're like touching him.
Down,
Up and
double
down,
down, lower down, lower down.
There he
There you go.
is. Oh, we're good. Everything's fine.
That's just the
Oh.
base.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
I don't know why that's not working, but it doesn't
It's
matter.
attacked, we're fine.
Look at all the polka dots. Oh,
Touch me again, and I will devour your soul in solid guard.
So all these smells of ale
Oh,
and meats
just
and
look at
breads
the whole thing.
Ooh.
fill your noses, as well as the sound of shouting and just busyness all over this this tavern.
No stage.
Spin the bottle, spin the other one.
What is that?
Okay. So the first things you notice is this massive pit within this this tavern, and there is a pulley system that hangs over it. And as well as a balcony, a second-story balcony, where you notice that a few patrons are kind of hanging over the railings, looking down and about. There is lots of commotion in here. As you're making your way through, what are you all doing?
What is that?
I guess I'm looking for a Proudfeather or Eclipse.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Ooh.
Not
10.
great. Not great.
Perception, it's going to be a 16.
16? Okay. So you're all kind of moving within the center of this tavern. And you're kind of jostled a little bit as it's very crowded in here. And then Aziraphale, you're kind of hit rather roughly by someone behind you who says, "Get out of the way!" And you're just kind of knocked as he pushes through you.
Pick up my hat, which probably fell off, and I look and who hit me.
Okay, so you
Check your
see
pockets.
that it's kind of a fair-skinned male figure. He has a shaved head, and then he has a tattoo on the side of his head that looks like it just has a bunch of eyes on it. And then as he's moving through, there's 4 more people that kind of bump and jostle you as you're trying to pick up your hat. And then he shouts out of nowhere, "You pig, you like killing my mates, does ya?" And he runs up to this half-orc female and just decks her
Oh my god.
in the back of the head. "You like that?" You watch as the half-orc doesn't really move that much. She kind of turns around, smiles, gets up, now at her full stature of over 7 feet tall. She
Oh,
cracks her
damn.
head, cracks her knuckles. "You want some of this?" And just decks him straight in the face. And that's where we'll go ahead and pick up for next week.
Alright.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Well, our adventure in Waterdeep started off like any other, with a half-orc punching a man in the face.
Okay. Sure.
Alright. Yeah. Well,
It was a fun session on both the Fishgut side and the Waterdeep side.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, everyone,
Well, I'm glad you guys finally made it to Waterdeep.
It has been a while.
It really happened, guys! It's a real place!
Alrighty. Cool. Well, we will see you next time. Thanks for sticking in. And we are probably going to do a special stream this Saturday. Coming to you, Avengers Assembled. So we'll be playing that. Really?
Sorry.
Wow. Okay, so we'll be doing a special live stream of our Avengers Assembled.
and just so everyone knows, that is a special thanks to everyone who was able to follow us on Twitter
Yes.
Yeah.
for reaching that goal so quickly. and
We're already about to
rocketing
hit
up.
our second
we're
goal.
about to- we don't know. We
Yeah.
need to talk about what's going on with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Thank
we
you
can
so
announce
much,
that
everyone.
when that happens, which will be within the next couple days at this point.
Yep.
Tell your friends!
Yeah, follow
We gotta
us
know.
on Twitter, and we'll probably do like a follow us on Twitch campaign coming pretty soon. too.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
that's the next
so-
thing, because that worked so well. So.
Yeah, so share the Twitch channel, share the tweeters.
Oh gosh.
Twitter need.
But anyway, all of you have a great night. Stay healthy and safe out there, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Alright, bye-bye.
Don't forget to play.